Hello, everyone. Today we're continuing with section 3.5. I'm calling this 3.5b. It's standard form of a linear equation. Linear equations are often written in the form ax plus by equals c. This is called standard form of a linear equation. When in standard form, we can find the x-intercept and y-intercept easily. The x-intercept is the solution for x when y equals 0. And the y-intercept is the solution for y when x equals 0. So our first example, rewrite the equation so it's in standard form, determine the x and y-intercepts. So when I have 2x minus 2 equals negative 4y, I need to make it look like ax plus by equals c. So the first thing I want to do is I want to add 4y to both sides and then add 2 to both sides. So that became 2x plus 4y equals 2. Now that it's in that form, I can easily find the x-intercept by making y equals 0 and then simplify, and I get the x-intercept's 1, which means it goes to the point 1, 0 on a graph. To find the y-intercept, I set x equal to 0, simplify, and find out the y-intercept is 1/2, which means the point 0, 1/2 is on the graph. So now I'm going to do 2 examples for you. So number 1, I want to graph this, write it in standard form. So number 1 is already in standard form. And I want to graph by finding the x and y-intercepts. So the x-intercept, I make y equals 0. So it becomes 3x minus 3 times 0 equals 9, which means 3x equals 9 or x equals 3. That is the point 3, 0. The y-intercept I find by making x 0. So that's 3 times 0 minus 3y equals 9, which then becomes negative 3y equals 9, which gives me y equals negative 3. So that's the point 0, negative 3. I can then graph that by just connecting those 2 points, and I write the equation on the line. Number 2, I need to first put that in standard form. So to put that in standard form, I'm going to start by adding 7 to both sides, which gives me negative 3x equals 12 minus 4y. And then I add 4y to both sides, which gives me negative 3x plus 4y equals 12. Now I want to find the x-intercept. I find the x-intercept by making y 0. So that's negative 3x plus 4 times 0 equals 12. So negative 3x equals 12. X equals negative 4. That's the point negative 4, 0, which is right there. And now find the y-intercept by making x 0. So that's negative 3 times 0 plus 4y equals 12. 4y equals 12, which means y equals 3, which is the point 0, 3. I plot those 2 points and connect with a straight line. And I should write the original equation on my line. So I want you to pause and try the next 4 examples and come back and check. Okay, so hopefully you paused and did these. So number 3, to put it in standard form, I added x to both sides and I also flipped the order so that it became x plus y equals 4. The x-intercept I find by making y equals 0, therefore x equals 4. The y-intercept I find by making x 0, and that gives me y equals 4. I plot those 2 points. Number 4 is a little bit tricky because something I failed to mention in the definition, but in standard form, ax plus by equals c, a, b, and c have to be whole numbers or integers. So here, when I subtract 1 from both sides and then subtract 1/3 y from both sides, I need to multiply everything by 3. And why I'm multiplying by 3 is because my denominator is 3, and that eliminates my fraction. So that gives me 3 equals 3x minus y. I rearrange the order and I get 3x minus y equals 3. I then find the x-intercept by making y equals 0 and x equals 1. I find the y-intercept by making x equals 0 and y equals negative 3. Number 5, I just needed to subtract y from both sides. That gave me 2x minus y equals 5. Again, the x-intercept by making y equals 0 gives me x equals 2.5. The y-intercept by making x be 0 gives me y equals negative 5. Number 6, again, I have all these fractions. So the first thing I did is I added 1 to both sides, and then I need to multiply by the common denominator, which is 4, to eliminate all those fractions. And that gave me 3x minus 6y equals 24. So I find the x-intercept by making y 0, which gave me x equals 8. And find the y-intercept by making x 0, which gave me y equals negative 4. I plot those points. Standard form is especially useful with word problems. You can translate your word problem into an equation in standard form, then find the x and y intercepts. Example, you and your cousin decide to walk a 7-mile trail at a state park to the ranger station. The function d equals 7 minus 3.2t represents your distance from the ranger station after t hours. Find the x and y intercepts of this function. Describe what these mean. So to find the x-intercept, I substitute 0 for y, and I get that that's 2.1875. To find the y-intercept, I substitute 0 for x, and I get d equals 7. Plot these points. What does that mean? Well, that means that at time when t equals 0, I have 7 miles to travel. And when time is equal to 2.1875, I'm at the ranger station. So our next example, I want you to pause and I want you to try the next 2 examples and then come back. Okay, so on number 7, my n-intercept or my x-intercept, n being the number of songs, would be 24.8447205. This is the number of songs that will completely fill the CD. My y-intercept or the c-intercept would be 80. This is how much time is left on the CD, meaning there's 80 minutes on the CD to begin with. And then I graph them. Number 8, my c-intercept is the number of cups of coffee I can buy, which is 7.27 repeating to use the full value of the card. And that then the y-intercept is that n is 20. That's the value at the beginning of the card. If you have any questions, please bring them to class tomorrow.